Today, David Cameron appeals directly to UKIP voters with this headline: David Cameron, I'm ready to lead Britain out of Europe if migrant reform fails. Britain must have the right to make European migrants wait 4 years before receiving welfare or council houses, David Cameron will say, as he warns that he could be prepared to leave the European Union. In his long-awaited speech on Europe, the Prime Minister will, for the first time, say that he will rule nothing out if fellow leaders reject his plans to overhaul the benefit system, and suggest that he could be prepared to lead the campaign for a British exit. Mr Cameron will say that he wants to ban foreign job seekers claiming benefits and deport them from the UK if they do not find work within 6 months. This is getting boring for me, repeating myself. No wonder hardly anyone watches my fucking videos. I'm bored doing them. It must be agony for you to watch them. But Cameron has to be countered on his lies. He lies and lies and lies and lies. It's unbelievable. Net migration is now higher than when David Spamface Cameron first took office in May 2010. So much for being tough on immigration, eh? Cameron cannot do anything. He cannot do anything about immigration other than to allow the status quo to continue. It's called the fucking Lisbon Treaty. Cameron is being intellectually dishonest by suggesting anything other than that. He is lying to the public about what he can and what he can't do when it comes to EU migration. The only way he will be able to curb any benefits and cut in migration is if our country leave the EU and start governing ourselves. He did actually admit that he would need a treaty change to get what he wants through, but that means convincing 27 other countries that he is right and they are wrong. It simply isn't going to happen. This is from his speech earlier today.
Patrick Winter from The Guardian, you cited Open Europe in your speech. Open Europe's figures show that even if you're on the minimum wage and you lose your tax credits, a Pole or a Bulgarian will still have a financial incentive to come to the UK. Why are you sure that these measures will repel people from coming to the UK? And secondly, does this require treaty change in your mind?
The answer to the second question is yes. These changes taken together, they will require some treaty changes. There's a debate in Europe about exactly which bits of legislation, which bits of the treaty you'll need to change, but there's no doubt this package as a whole will require some treaty change, and I'm confident we can negotiate that.
Spam boy Cameron can spew all the rhetoric he likes, but the simple fact is that we will only ever be able to control our borders if we leave the European Union. Cameron has been going on about cutting migration for years, but it's up 40% on last year, and it's the highest it's been since he took office. Cameron has been lying to you about immigration. He talks a good game. We have a plan for this. We have a plan for that. We're going to put these processes in place. But in reality, the figures bear it out. He is lying to you. He can do nothing about it. Listen, I'm not a racist, but our country is bursting. Is a nightclub racist because it closes its doors at 2 in the morning because it's full? No, exactly.